Now, there's this new study that came out saying Gen Z reportedly sees 587K as the minimum salary for financial success. Wow. I think we don't know. I think Gen Z in general does not understand what financial success is.
I find it so interesting. So just quickly, how like since Gen Z have become become into the sphere of adulthood, the obsession with like Gen Z as a concept is crazy. Like I remember when I was maybe, I don't know, 18 or whatever, the word millennial like floated around a little bit, and it was like about buying avocado toast or whatever.
Yeah.
But like not really. But in the past like 3 or 4 or 5 years, the amount of times I've heard Gen Z, it's crazy. The obsession with like grouping this generation of people together is unbelievable.
It's such an identity thing now.
It's crazy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I guess maybe because of things like TikTok, where Gen Z are all kind of hanging out, maybe there is a bit more uniformity among people. I don't know. I don't really know.
I think this is interesting. I think so. They ran the study across different generations, and I think this was interesting. So for a yearly salary, Gen Z, for a yearly salary to gain financial success, they asked different generations, and Gen Z is aiming for 587K. Millennials target 180K. Gen X target 212K, which is like just the generation above, and baby boomers target just 99K. So it just shows you the discrepancy is.
It's wild, isn't it? I think a lot of Gen Z as well. I can't understand what it was like to have gone through COVID. I mean, you're 23?
Yeah.
So you would have gone through COVID when you were 19, 18, 19. So yeah, to be fair, I can't. I know obviously we were lucky in New Zealand because we didn't have it too bad.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine what some people like didn't get to go to uni because of COVID, and like a lot of people back home in the UK were down for like 18 months. So I do think there was probably a lot of generational impact from that.
Yeah.
So what the fallout of that is, I don't know, but it would definitely have skewed for a whole generation of people the idea of what working means.
I think also it's the implication of like how, like I feel like, and this is again in general obviously, but like the past generations have had, or like the past generations have had their stuff passed, like the stuff that they really were dying to get, they either got or just started having kids and stopped giving a fuck about it.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gen Z is in this like really funny position where like they have this like insane consumer mindset that they're like, oh, I missed out on 4 years of like whatever. Now is the time. Like I still want to get the stuff. A lot of them haven't started families, so like the responsibilities aren't like bigger than their individual needs. So maybe there's something in there.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's a really good way of looking at it. And I do think that the traditional family structure, or even getting married, having kids, is plummeting and going to continue to plummet.
Yeah.
And even like because a couple of my mates are now starting to get married, and my mum and dad were like, "Wow, yeah, it's crazy how much older people are to get married." But I look at New Zealand and I say people here get married and get into relationships so young, especially compared to the UK, like way young. But I think you're totally right. There's a lot to be said for Gen Z, not just now, but in 10 years' time. And God knows what's going to happen when we start talking about alpha. Generation Alpha. That's a whole different thing.
If you thought Gen Z was iPad kids, brother.
Just you wait. Skip it
for a real one.
Oh, mate, yeah.